Hi all, welcome to my channel. In this video, we will be learning about the if statement function, which is a very popular formula in MS Excel and is used almost in every data analysis. It is used to return a value if a certain condition is met or not met, depending upon your requirement. It is a very powerful formula which can be used in conjunction with other formulas, which you will see in other videos. It can be used to work with strings or numbers or integers as per your requirement. You can also put in multiple if functions within an if function, which is also known as a nested if statement, which we will cover in this video. Let's have a look at the syntax of this formula. It comprises mainly of three parameters: the logical statement or the conditional statement, in which you set the condition. This is where you tell the Excel what is the condition of whether what need to be executed if a certain condition is met. The first parameter after that would be the true statement. Like if your conditional statement is true, then what value will be returned, and if the condition is not met or it is false, then in the third parameter that needs to be returned, that what will be returned, what will be the value. For example, if I give a condition that 2 is greater than 1, in this case, because it is true, my true statement will be triggered. Otherwise, if it had been less than 1, my false parameter would have been triggered. So you can use this condition in multiple scenarios and in various formulas to make it work according to your need. Now let's have a look at how this works in a real life scenario, and let's jump into an Excel file. So let's see how an if statement works in the Excel file. We'll go through some examples, and that through you will get a brief understanding how the if statement works. So in our first example, let's compare two values in A1 and B1, and if the condition is true, it will print out a text for us, and if it's false, it will print out something else for us. So let's see. So we'll type in 6 and 3 in these two cells, and we'll put in a formula. So equal to if this will be our condition if 6 is greater than 3, that is cell A1 is greater than cell B1. So if it is true, it will print out A1 is greater than B1, and if it is false, it will print out B1 is greater than A1. So because our condition is true, so it first of all it's seeing A1 is greater than B1, so that means our condition is true. It is printing whatever is there in the true statement and not the false statement. If this value had been less than 3, then this condition would have been false because A1 is not greater than B1. So that's why it is skipping out true statement and now printing out what is there in the false statement. Let's take another example. So what we will do, we'll again type in equal to if this value is greater than this value, it will return whatever is there in this cell 1, otherwise it will return 0. Now because this value is less than 3, so that means the condition has not been met, so it has skipped out A1 and it has directly printed out 0 for us. Had this value been greater than 3, then this condition is being met, it is true. Now it has gone straight to the true statement, that is A1, and it has now pulled the value what is there in cell A1 and it has printed that out for us. Now what you can do is that you can further utilize this in another formula. So say I want to multiply this number with 3, so it is now calculating that. Had this been 2, then see it is bringing out 0 because the condition was not met, and the resultant value is also coming as 0. You can also put in mathematical operators within the formula. So let's take that example as well. So we'll put in equal to if bracket open this value is greater than b1, then it will take the value that is there in a1, multiply it with 3, otherwise it will return only 0. So you can see where I had put in two separate values in two separate cells and then it was returning the same value. I have put that all into one single formula over here, and it is returning the same thing. So now if I increase this value, it will consider that because the condition has been met, and it will multiply it with 3 and it will return me a value of 12. At another example where we will be looking at the marks that a person has got, and we will be returning whether he has passed or failed. The pass criteria I've set is for 30 marks. So the if statement can help us achieve that. So let's type in the if statement for this. So we'll start with equal to if. So whatever there the value is there in cell B2, if it is greater than 30, then it will print out pass, otherwise it will print out fail. Now because the condition was met over here, 45 is greater than 30, it has printed out pass for us. Now where you have got a large data set, so this is the best way of doing this, rather than going there looking at the number and typing the pass or fail or the value you want to type in for the individual cell. This is much more faster, neater and cleaner as well. So let's just copy this formula and paste it in the below cells as well. So in cell C3 as well, you can see because 60 is greater than 30, it is showing pass. Same goes for 75 as well. But because 25 is less than 30, it has skipped pass, that is the true statement, and it has printed whatever there is in the false statement, that is fail. So now let's take another example, and what we will be doing is giving a remark to each of them. So what I want to type is that if the person has passed, it will print out a certain remark, if not something else. So let's try doing that. So again type equal to if bracket open this value, if this is pass, then it will print out well done, otherwise the only other thing can be fail other than pass. So if that is the case, then it will type in good luck for next time. So that will be my formula for this cell. And if you can see, because it is showing as pass over here, the condition was met, so that's why it's typing well done. Now once we'll go to 25 number, that is fail, as expected, it will give the text good luck for next time. So the next portion that I want to cover is the nested if statement. So we'll be using it to populate the grade according to the mark that a person has got. I've already laid out the conditions over here. So if the value on marks is between 0 to 30, it will print out D. If the value is between 31 to 50, it will print out C. If the value is somewhere between 51 to 70, it will print out B. And if it is greater than 71, then it will print out A. So once you get an understanding how the nested if works, it totally comes down to the fact that how you want to print, how you want to write this formula down, which way suits you better. The one that I'll be doing will be a reverse approach. So I'll be doing 71 plus first, and then I'll be moving on that order, in that order. So let's start typing this formula. So we'll again start with equal to if So the first logical test would be whether this value is greater than 70. So if you type in greater than 70, this means automatically it will start picking up from 71 onwards, because 70 it's not including this. So if it is more than 70, it will print out A. Now say if this is false, it is not 70, then again we will insert another if statement over here. So in this case it will be B2, that is this cell, if it is greater than 50. That was our next set. So if the number is somewhere between 70 and 50, it will type in B. If not, then we'll again go down. So again I'll type in an if statement. Now it will say that if B2 is greater than 40, then it will type in C for us. Now if none of these condition is met, then obviously it means the value is somewhere less than that. So we'll type in D. And for each if statement that we have opened, we will again close it. As you can see, I've inserted 3 times if, so that's why I need to close it 3 times. And now I'll press this, enter. So see, it is now giving it C. So one change I need to do over here is, as you can see, my range is from 31 to 50 for C. I'll just change that to 30. Now if I just copy this formula over, you will see now it has started to populating these grades. So because 40 is somewhere between 30 and 50, so it is marked as C. 60 is somewhere between 50 and 70, so it is marked as B. Now 75, because it is more than 71 that we have laid out in our condition, that's why it's showing as A. And as 25 is somewhere between 0 to 30, it is showing as D. So once again, let's have a look at this nested if formula. So first if will test whether B2 is greater than 70. If yes, then it will print out A. If false, it will again check for a condition. Then now that whether that value is greater than 50. So this means that the value is falling between 70 and 50. If yes, then it will print out B. If not, again it will look for a condition that if the value is between 50 and 30, it will print out C. If none of the above conditions are met, then it will just print out D, and we'll close all these brackets. So that is what it's doing, and that is how a nested if works. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you learned something new today. So if you like this video, so do press the like button and also subscribe to our channel so that you can get updates on all the new videos that we will be uploading in the near future. So thank you once again, and see you soon.